Hey guys, I'm back on Doris Baldwin's page. The wife of Oakley, Dean Baldwin, had an interesting comment here and story. Says the TBI's reconstruction of the August 12th, 1967 ambush of Buford and Pauline Pusser shows that Buford's account does not align with the physical evidence. Guys, Buford didn't have an account. That would be the first thing you would ask for in something like this is, Doris, please show us the signed statement of Buford Pusser's letterhead from the TBI, witnessed by somebody in the TBI with the date on it. Please don't show us these 3 pages that somebody has typed up on a 1960s typewriter or using a 60s font. Remember, this file has been lost since 1976. How all of a sudden did just so happen to get Buford's statement and Jim Moffitt's statements? They just showed up out of the blue sky, just out of the blue. We don't buy it, guys. So first of all, there is no statement to align anything else with. If you want to talk about inconsistencies and things not aligning up, just look at the TBI's report, the little bit that I've seen. The wrong serial number on the gun, Mr. Howell saying that things was put into his statement that he didn't say, or his words were changed. One witness being told that her statement was private, it would never be made public, but yet it was. Nothing but hearsay on the other parties. So if we want to talk about inconsistencies and things like that, we probably need to start with the TBI. But let's go ahead here, and it says, you talk about an inconsistency, guys. Let's just look right here at this picture. You've got a picture that they've used on a computer screen. You've got to talk about an inconsistency. Since when did anybody see a tripod sitting in the middle of New Hope Road that morning? Did Buford ever tell somebody that he and Pauline was coming down the road and all of a sudden he seen a tripod out in the middle of the road with a guy shooting at him? I don't think he said that. I think what he even said on television in his live interviews was a vehicle pulled up beside of him. There was 3 guys in it, started shooting out the windows. I think that was his story. Not out of a 2010 Cadillac sitting there with cinder blocks in the front seat and a guy with a tripod 20 to 50 feet away, according to which shot it was on. That's what you call inconsistencies, guys. That's inconsistent. Pauline would have been obscured from Buford's body, making it impossible for him to witness her being shot in the forehead. Guys, what does it matter if he witnessed her being shot or not? Well, do we really remember when we have car wrecks or something traumatic happens in our life? Do we remember? He saw her brains flying outside of her head. Whether he thought she'd been shot in the forehead or if it's her brains coming from the back to the front, does it say that he shot her? What in the world does that even? All that is a redirect. The same as the autopsy on Louise Hathcock, the same on Hamilton, whether he was laying on the couch or sitting on the couch when he pulled his gun on Buford. That's redirect. That has nothing to do with her being killed. Combined forensic inconsistencies. Guys, the forensic inconsistencies is with these expert witnesses that were paid to come in there and given a narrative, and they tried their best to please the TBI with what their position was, what they wanted the course of action to be. That's my opinion. I have no knowledge of that. I'm still hoping that one day one of these assistant prosecutors or one of these TBI investigators steps up and is counted for the character that they're known for. Let them step up and represent the rest of the TBI agents out there that's fair and honest and decent and wants the truth to come out. When they step up and tell what the narrative was of this whole investigation, why we had to go out and pay people to give us their opines rather than getting the FBI or the ATF or the State Medical Examiner's Office. Does that make any sense to anybody else? They used a 2010 vehicle. instead of a 1967 Plymouth that you can buy on Facebook, eBay, Marketplace all day long. You can buy them all day long according to what class you want, what restored or not. You don't need a restored one. You just needed the same vehicle. $1,600, one on Marketplace. We couldn't afford $1,600 to at least get the same vehicle. Come on. And then say that Buford's report, Buford's statement, Buford's anything is inconsistent with anything else. You talk about inconsistencies. Just watch these reenactments they do. Inconsistencies. We have one. The reporter said, so you have investigators that said that it was staged? Well, Mr. Davison said, well, we have one. We have one expert witness that says it was a staged scene. Oh, okay. Okay, how about outside moved inside? Well, we have one. Dr. Reveal opines that shot outside and moved inside. Awful lot of blood. She must have been just filled up with blood because she's got enough on that front seat and door and floorboard to fill a 5-gallon bucket. I don't know where's any more blood up and down that highway at. Looks like they could have found that. She would have lost the most blood where she was shot at, outside. You don't think they walked that 2 miles from scene to scene and looking for blood? Guys, I'm sorry. Sorry to be so frank. This is just the most outrageous, and it gets worse. The more they try to add to things. And have you noticed? Has anybody noticed them posting Buford Pusser's so-called statement? Have you noticed anybody posting his statement? We haven't. We've got this 3-page, 2.5-page pile of trash that somebody's put on a typewriter or computer font 5, 10 years ago and made it look like that. But where's the rest of the file? Where's the pictures? Where's the blood splatter? Where's the clothes? Where's the casings? Where's the bullets? Nothing else is around. It's been gone since 1976, but we happen to have a statement from Buford Pusser and Jim Moffitt. Jim Moffitt's derogatory statement toward his best friend and the sheriff, where he was a chief deputy for his entire term, that he served 3 terms as sheriff. And we're to believe that? And the TBI believed this? Mark Davison believed this? Guys, this is the saddest case you'll ever see in the state of Tennessee. This is a mockery of justice system. It really is. I can't emphasize it enough. I won't stay on here and just talk to hear myself talk, but nonsense. There is no reconstruction of the August the 12th. This is not a reconstruction. This is a rifle sitting on a tripod 50 feet away from a 2010 Cadillac with 2 dummies in there sitting on cinder blocks facing each other, not even facing the highway. No wonder Buford wrecked. He was facing Pauline. Come on. Give me a break, guys. Thanks. Catch you next time.